Am I the asshole? My wife wants us to be custodian over her niece is 16 while her sister moves overseas to find herself. I'm the retired one. The full story. I normally read most of these and think they are beef stew, but I will post my own real struggle I have been dealing with for the past 2 weeks. Some background: I have raised 2 children already. The oldest is already married and has a child on the way. The youngest has a full-time career and is in a serious relationship. This is my second marriage. My wife is 13 years younger than I am, and she is the mother to my youngest child. My wife is extremely close with her family, whereas I am not. My family is quite a distance away, whereas my wife's family is all local. My wife's sister is 35 years old and recently separated. She was with her husband for about 14 years, and he is the father of their one child who is almost 16. Upon separation, the soon-to ex-husband went across the country to Seattle, where he met a new woman, and they live in a small apartment. My wife's sister and child remain back near us. My wife's sister has now decided that she wants to go teach English as a second language in Poland to refine herself. My wife is extremely supportive of this and volunteered us to watch after my niece while this occurs, as her father is unable to host her due to his current living situation, and she does not want to uproot her from school. My wife's sister has dual citizenship, so she can stay there for an extended amount of time if she decides to. I have been vehemently against this for several reasons, and it is causing a major strain on our marriage. I have already raised a teenage girl. I don't want to relive the horror. I additionally am just recently retired after working nearly 30 years straight, and as much as I want to stay active, I do not want to be the chauffeur or liability chauffeur for various sporting events that my niece participates in. I spoke with my niece about this, of obviously not expressing my concerns or disdain for the idea, and she just wants to stay local and be with her friends. As much as I want this for her, I do not want to be the host of this. My wife says I'm being an asshole, as do her other siblings, so we'll all suddenly have excuses. My niece is a good kid, and I am not worried about any issues per se. I am just not a fan of someone abandoning their responsibility to go play overseas. Am I the asshole? Edit. Well, this blew up more than expected. For those calling me and for the teenage daughter comment, it was a joke. As I stated in a comment, my son was worst. Also a joke. My attempt at being shifty by changing a few things to remain incognito did not go so well, and this was found by an old coworker who knew the situation and forwarded it up the chain till it hit the wife. My wife silly like this abbreviation niece and I just had a nice FaceTime conversation in which it was decided it would be best for her to finish school before her mother explores her other goal. Still acknowledged it was not the right time and she was being rash. I acknowledged, even though the popular opinion is me not being the my response to my wife has been very vegetation. I recognize that 30-ish years of work has made me exceptionally standoffish, and I'm recognizing that and working on it. And some of your comments were very helpful, so thank you, strangers. But Mike, you're a dick.